Delilah.
Do you think?
Delilah.
What's up, Marley? How you doing, buddy?
Hey,
Good,
big
good.
dog.
Good to see you, man. I ain't seen you in a long time.
Big dog on campus, man. In the building.
Good, looking good. Looking just like your doggone daddy. I was trying to get like you, man. I got the 2 strings.
By the way, BT Dubs.
All right, yeah, I got it. Come on. No. You good? Don't click anything live. Start talking.
I've been streaming, but it's all good. We just had Marley. We had Marley for the lessons in love. I appreciate Marley for pulling up. He is a heartbreaker.
We was about to try to figure out what we was going to talk about.
Well, we gonna talk about what we gonna talk about anyway.
We're going to keep it organic. Let it flow.
We gonna keep it organic. We got Dev on the red throne. We got some lovely ladies here tonight. We got Tasha. Tasha, say hey.
Hey.
Dang, Tasha with all that Casamigo. She, hey.
Right.
What's up, niggas?
Oh, my bad.
Then you got Amber. If y'all ladies don't mind introducing yourselves and saying who you know here, why y'all here.
Oh, God.
Go ahead, Tasha.
Welcome.
So, thank you for having me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm here on behalf of Manny.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And this is my first time in the... but see, y'all don't... This is not the B-side. So this is like... So what do y'all call this?
This is Lessons in Love,
So
but
this
it's
is
slash B-sides. It's the
Slash
B-sides.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
For my first podcast, I'm on the Lessons in Love
Is-
and B-side.
Hey, there it is.
Is this your first podcast ever?
Yes.
Okay, there we go.
Whoa.
First podcast.
Yo, wait, so your first time speaking like on camera in the
Yeah.
podcast type shit?
Yeah.
Oh, welcome, man. Hey, what that round of...
I
Hey,
was
which
just
one is the
watching.
round of
Yeah,
applause?
let me find it. Let me find it. Wait.
You just canceled me out.
Yeah, she's done. All right, Tasha, you off mic.
Cancel for the culture. Okay.
Yeah. All right, Amber. Let's get a little background about you.
Oh, okay. So I'm Amber. You know, Devin's he's one of my best friends.
Ooh.
That nigga, all right.
Damn. Stall me
Yeah.
out, bro.
Said you all right.
And I love the BOY crew.
Okay. Yeah. Cool.
Newest
So
member,
Yeah.
by the way.
newest member, yeah. Amber's will be.
Plug for Amber.
Amber's here for a first time. You said you gonna be joining the Lessons in Love crew.
Say it again?
You gonna be joining the Lessons in
Yes.
Love crew. Okay.
Wednesday, right?
Wednesday's
For
here.
Wednesday. So this is a preview. Let's see. Last week we were here. We were on mute. Hey, Austin.
Hey, there go Miko.
That's tonight.
See
There go
this.
Miko.
My 2 favorites.
Hey, tell him to calm down.
All right, let's go. All right.
Chill.
All right, so I understand that y'all ladies might have an issue with me because we've discussed. I've sent some smoke on my discussions about black women's hair and black women in particular.
You care to give some background on
let's
this?
see. So
Like how this all
He was
came into...
wilding out that night.
let's give some
Were
background.
you watching that night?
Yes.
Oh, you was watching this one?
Hey.
Yeah, you were watching this one.
Yeah.
Yes. Jesus. Okay. So please, background for
Uh,
anyone that doesn't know how we got to this point.
All right, listen. So I have two things I guess are controversial takes that Dev is hitched his wagon to on occasion for me, right? I have one take. Okay, so we had the bond discussion, right?
Bonnet, yes.
We had a bond discussion and we had a black women's hair discussion, right? And on the black women's hair discussion, I was intense. I was intense and I was adamant, and I haven't really moved off my points, right? But what I believe is that I believe that black women should wear their hair naturally. I do believe that. I prefer women to wear their hair naturally. I don't know why we continue to, if we have, as a community, have discussed rejecting the white beauty standard and putting in our own beauty standard, why we would wear white women's hair or wear Indian women's hair to look like white women and project their hair. And those are my genuine beliefs. And I think black hair is beautiful. I'm locked up. Amber's locked up. I see you. I've been doing this for a year and a half, a year and a month. And that's my position. So if y'all got different positions on black women's hair or whatever I've said, I'm gonna give it to the gold couch. Amber, Tasha, whoever want to go first.
So are you familiar with the different types of
Oh,
hair?
Yeah, I am. Yeah, I mean, 3B, 4C. So I said this on the podcast. I dated a hairdresser for a year. The one the one who saved my life actually. If Manny was there on that ship, but
What happened?
the one that rolled me over when I needed to get rolled over.
Oh, yeah, we did.
Yeah, shout out, baby girl.
You in time on time.
Yeah. So, but
So how much knowledge do you know about the different types?
I know a lot. I know a pretty decent amount about the different types of hair, about different types of hair texture. I've dated women of all different types of hair texture. I have my own hair. I think this is the point that I've made, right? Is that I feel as though black women try to act as though they're another species. We have the same hair. Dev got 4C hair, got 4C, 4D hair over there. I got 4B hair. I mean, Manny got 4C hair.
Dev, I'm kind of proud of you. Your hair looks really good today.
Dev's hair does look really good.
Yeah,
He
I
did
did.
work on it.
But what if Dev? What if
Did
what,
that.
what if Dev were to have a wig on with a Brad cut on it? Would that would seem a little? You'd be like, well, no, this is just how I like to rock it. That seems a little weird to me. All right, and I feel. That's where I've come from. I know a lot about hair. I know I've watched documentaries about hair, and I wish that we would wear this. I wish we would wear our hair naturally, and part of it is a financial reason. Like I've looked at like black women spend tons and tons and tons and tons, thousands of dollars on their hair. How much bundles cost? What, between $250 on the low end if you cheap, right? Up to $750, $1,000 if you really getting the top end bundle, right? What would that money look like being poured back in, not selling, not buying that money, not taking that money and buying other women's hair? What would that money look like going into investments, going into Roth IRAs, going into TSPs, going into 401ks? What would that look like going into home purchasing and mortgages? Right, and so I see this. I say, it's not as though black women are bald or black women have no hair or black men have ever said, "Oh, I can't fuck with that."
Maybe black women got houses and 401ks.
They do.
Got the money on the side to do what they want to do.
Yeah,
So you think they make excuses to make those purchases though? Like, is that
Of
kind of
course.
what you're hinting at?
I think
Like,
so.
Make excuses. Like black women make excuses to purchase wigs, weaves, or things of that nature, as opposed to just allowing their hair to just be natural in its state, gravity defying state. You know what I'm saying? Like, you think they make excuses to purchase those things? Like, and if that's the case, what are the excuses that you
I'd
heard?
say weak justifications. I wouldn't say excuses.
Okay,
but
so
I've
apples
heard-
and apples.
apples and apples, right? But
So
what I've heard,
I don't understand why you don't feel like it's not a thing where it's almost, I wouldn't say pressure, but it's also men. Y'all play a part in this.
Yeah.
Y'all really do play a part in this because I don't know the numbers, but I know in my group of circle of friends
Okay.
and just coming up that when a woman, wants to go natural and let's say she cut out her relaxer or whatever, most men are not susceptible to that beginning phase for a woman. So I get what you're saying as far as like we all, men and women, have the same texture of different hair, but it's okay for y'all to have y'all little mini fros or what we call, TWA, teeny weeny afro.
Hold on. First of all, hold on. I am attacked right
I'm talking about for, they give that term for females when they cut their hair off, because that's what I had. Like when I cut my perm off, and I literally had like this much because I was trying to start from fresh.
Yeah.
And but there was no. I promise you, if I show you a picture of it, there was no way I could just walk out the house like that.
So are
But
you saying you wasn't getting no smoke like from men? Like men wasn't trying to approach you when you had the teeny TWA?
the TWA.
That what you saying right
The
now?
thing is, I've seen it with other people, so I wasn't even going to attempt to do it. So as soon as I cut cut my perm out, and I had like that much hair, and because I'm a 4C, which is the nappiest of nappies, you know what I'm saying? I knew that I immediately had to go and get my hair braided, like at least get, you know, extension of braids or whatever. But some girls, they might get a sew-in, they might do whatever, you know what I mean, until their hair, natural hair starts to grow out to a length where they're comfortable to do that. But I think it also plays a part with men, because most men, and I've been in conversations with men where they will sit here and be like, I don't want to look at my girl and she look like me. Because she got, you know what I'm saying, she either got a bald head or she got a head, you know what I'm saying, her lip is, so they're looking at, you know what I'm saying, I've been in conversations like that.
I'll take that.
And so, you know, when you feel that from a man, and, you know, naturally I hate when people say, oh, you know, I'm not going outside to impress anybody. We all are going outside to impress each other.
Talk about it.
So
Facts.
at the end of the day, like, we as women, when you say that stuff, like, it really deters us, you know, it makes us want to go and then slap on a fucking weave and slap on something to have length, because we don't want you, based on what you said with your boys or whatever, like, you know what I'm saying, she come in here with a bald head looking like me. Like,
So you saying men are just as culpable as far as pushing you all to that point?
yes, I just feel like men always want to make it seem like it's just women, that we just go out here and want to do these things, but it's also, it just goes hand in hand. Like, you know, we're trying to naturally impress y'all too, just like y'all are trying to impress us. We're all trying to do it. So, you know, just when it comes
she cooking
to,
right now.
just when it comes to the type of hair, that's all I'm saying is that, you know, but obviously it will dive into other places like the bonnet and all the other stuff, but it's not an easy process. But it's also just, you know, as much as I would have wanted to just walk outside, but I mean, I look like Celie. I did.
Okay. We got one side of the Gold Couch. Sorry, Amber, go ahead. I'm gonna let you speak.
All right, so kind of back to your point, right? Even though you were wilding out like a few weeks ago. But, so I used to have that same mentality when I was younger about weaves and wigs and stuff like that. Like, why are you trying to have European standards of beauty and stuff, and basically, like, you know, look like white people? Because I never wore weaves or wigs growing up. But I did have, you know, relaxers, because my mama wasn't going to do my natural hair, and I didn't really know how to do it. So the easiest method was to get it straightened and, you know, and keep it moving. I wasn't trying to look like anybody else. But the older I got, and kind of just like, you know, more of like becoming, you know, more into myself and self-identity and stuff like that, then, like, all in all, I was just like, fuck hair altogether. Like, I don't really care about hair. Like, this shit can go to, like, any day. But I stopped doing the perms and stuff, because I'm like, why not just learn how to take care of my natural hair instead of, like, worrying about it always breaking off and all this other extra shit and, like, you know, too much heat damage and all this other crazy stuff. I'm like, if I just learn how to take care of my natural hair, then, you know, like, I think that just became like a part of me. But to say that all women that wear weaves and wigs and stuff are trying to look like a white woman, it's kind of, I mean, like, that's a poor selection of words.
Well, I didn't say all women. I said that the general idea of that is perpetuating a white beauty standard. So I'm not saying that every woman who is doing it is trying to look like a white woman, but I am saying the act of it is being complicit in the white beauty standard.
But why can't it just be a protective style, like I said earlier?
And I'll say this, right? Because
I don't want to put heat on my hair every day.
So this is what I'll say, right? This is what I say is that I've seen, while I can understand that on occasion wigs can be protective, wigs and weaves, sew-ins, lace fronts can be protective on occasion. What I have seen is that I've seen women leave them in too long. I've seen women go for 6-8 weeks without oxygen and water touching their scalp.
Well, yeah, but
that's a different topic.
I've seen alopecia occur because of tension on the scalp, and so this portion.
They already don't have healthy hair practices.
But that's also what I'm saying is that
they don't have good weave and wig practices either.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying so to say it's protective, is one thing, but it can be protective, but it can also be incredibly damaging. And ultimately, the best protective hairstyle is to, like you say, know how to take care of your hair. Now, I understand. I think we should go back to Tasha's point. I think Tasha's point was good. Let's talk about men and what men think about black women's hair. Dev, and let's not cap here, fellas. Let's tell the truth. Dev,
Well, we got the cap and hat on.
Yeah,
on
they got the cap and hat.
Anybody capping?
We got the cap and hat. We
Where's our
need
hat?
it.
Leave that.
Listen. All right, so I'm gonna ask y'all.
Acknowledge that. He
I'm-
knew where her head was.
Hey, listen, I'm gonna ask y'all. I ain't capping yet, so I'm gonna keep my hat off. But listen, I'm gonna ask you. So would you prefer? I'm gonna ask you a question. I'm gonna give you multiple choice. Do you prefer a woman natural, weave, or with some sort of synthetic hair, or no preference?
Natural.
All right.
Straight to the point.
Yeah.
I'm gonna answer that question. Natural.
Ricky, you're a black man. I'll let you speak on this.
I prefer natural.
Natural.
You're trying to bait me like Kevin saying.
No. I'm just asking, bro.
Well, he gave me 3 choices.
Natural, synthetic, or sorry.
Everybody prefers a certain thing, but you're trying to.
I said no preference. No preference is an option.
No, I see where you're going with this. I'm trying to stop you before you get me there.
So you doing a lot of talking. I think you have a good point.
Hop on the mic, bro.
Dad, switch out real quick.
Yeah, we gonna come. We
Yeah,
talk your
tag
shit,
team,
bro.
tag team out.
Well, while he's doing that, and so when you add to your answer, and then maybe Dev can also answer to this too.
Yeah.
When y'all say natural, because men are visual creatures.
That's
do
facts.
y'all have a visual of what you're? Because I feel like when y'all say natural, y'all thinking about the girls that have the hefty natural hair.
Negative.
And it don't start that way. So
No.
you know what I'm saying?
Natural hair be looking rough.
I feel like y'all, you
gotta-
would chase after a girl that has natural hair, but it's gonna have to be like down here versus
Mm-hmm.
you're not gonna chase after a girl that has a teeny weeny afro, but her hair is natural. So I just be wanting to understand that because
Yeah.
I know y'all are visual creatures.
Cook on that.
So Manny, let's let Manny answer, then we'll come back.
Now you fantastic. Keep talking.
So, I prefer natural, but
Okay. Big
But-
butt.
That's a big
I
butt.
do.
Big butt. That's a big butt. Big booty Judy.
On me.
Trudy.
I understand there are phases, there are things like you don't have to be natural all the time. Like you don't put your wig on, like, cool, you got it. I can't mess it up. Sorry, ooh.
That's natural.
But yeah, I be gentle with that. But like it's I want to like I prefer natural hair and natural hair. Like it's okay to have different hairstyles.
Mm-hmm.
Like, but I mean that's what I prefer. But I'm okay with different hairstyles. I really am. I'm not gonna cap. I'm like, it's what it is. As long as you ain't got the baby hairs coming down here to you.
The super swoops. The super swoops.
You got like 18 swoops right here. I ain't gonna lie, I fucking hate that shit. But
We do too.
Like, apparently half y'all don't. I be seeing the social media.
That's all Instagram is
Some women.
girls with like 22 baby hairs. God damn.
Yeah,
outta
that's my take on it. And then
Yeah, I got you.
who's that?
Yeah, I got you. Hold on. Let's see. Let's
About
pull up.
surprises with some shit. But
Nah.
why they
What you
cooking
said.
though? I think
Let's see. Let me get the Googles.
don't talk in the mic. I'm trying to like be. Yeah, bro. They want to work on mic.
Yeah. No.
They
I
working
got
on
you.
your mic?
They're working on it.
No, sorry. Go ahead, man. All right. So and I understand. I understand where you're coming from, Tasha. Is let's see.
Do you really?
No, I do. Cause I mean,
You got to put natural.
short natural. Let's go
'Cause some of
natural.
that will be
Yeah. Let's talk
relaxed.
about like.
You're talking about Lupita.
That's the thing, though. We out
Lupita,
here
yeah.
we're looking up stuff, right? And
Yeah.
then like they put short natural,
Nyong'o?
right?
Nyong'o?
And that's not short natural
See how
in
but
general.
you see how it changed when you put natural? It
Yeah,
got, like,
it changes.
got more-
Yeah.
It changes. So
Those are
like,
bone
cute.
straight.
Mm-hmm. So
is
yeah,
that
sure.
the CWA?
Yes, that's a teeny weeny.
Okay.
I
This-
mean, it's
alright.
a teeny weeny afro. Yes,
Yeah.
it's small. But that's yeah, she's fresh. So
Yeah.
But when guys say natural, I feel like they're not chasing after this one. They'll be chasing after
Do you think
Somebody
something
that-
more like this,
the
or
Yeah,
even
possibly.
big, or even bigger?
bigger. I feel like bigger.
Yeah,
They're usually
something
bigger.
like this.
Yes.
Yeah.
that's a different texture.
You know,
See, or
you see what I'm
this.
saying?
Woo, now that's nice.
You-
See, that's
you see
it.
what
My
I'm saying?
spots.
So,
Yeah.
because I know, listen, y'all men can.
No, talk that shit.
Y'all, y'all have a vision. And so you'll be like, yeah, natural. But I'm like, he ain't going
But y'all
for
not
this.
thinking.
Yeah, you not
yeah.
thinking this. You not thinking this. And we want you to understand that this is where it starts. Versus when you pick the girl that got the long.
But that's why it's called a natural hair journey. I understand that.
But most men don't understand that.
But y'all want the end of the journey, not
yes,
the
y'all
beginning.
Yes, that's it.
I'm not gonna show. So I'm gonna show y'all this, right? Because I don't want to act like I don't practice like what I preach, right? But so I dated a girl, and she ended up she did the shorty, she did the TWA, right? And so I don't want to act like so, but like understand like where I was at, all right, and not like I was.
So y'all look the same, right?
Yeah, we was looking the same.
How'd you feel?
Look.
How'd you feel about it?
Huh? How'd I feel about it?
Yeah.
Listen, to be honest, when her hair was longer, I liked it more.
See?
And then she cut it, and it
How'd you
became
feel?
it. And I mean, we were already together, so I was already there. But you're right. There's some.
But truthfully,
I'll be honest. There were some rough stages. I was like, dang, it's not really.
But it's natural.
It's
But
natural.
you just didn't like that it was short.
Yeah, I did. I wasn't necessarily.
I got a story.
Go for it, Cat.
Before I was cultured, right? My ex-wife, she's talking about how she went with natural. I'm like, yeah, what you doing? I just want a little more warning. She went to the hair salon, and she had a TWA, as Nick would say.
No, that's Tasha's. That's Tasha's phrase. I ain't never heard that.
Tasha coined that TWA. So we
That teeny weeny.
I'm at the crib with the little ones. I'm asleep because I had to work or some shit like that. And I hear the door open. I'm like, all right, let me go greet my old lady. I came out and I for the past 10 years I've actually had like hair for most of the time.
Mm-hmm.
I had more hair than her. She came up the stairs and I just saw like a hidden figure and I got scared. I grabbed her by the shoulder like, yo, fuck! The initial shock did scare me. I had to sit down and realize and try to figure it out. And this is what she wants to do, and I had to learn a little bit. I was this was what? How long I've been back here? Maybe like 8 years ago. Back then is when I started to learn about natural hair journeys in general. I was very close minded back then. I was my mid 20s, but like you have to understand like the growth that comes behind it. And I ain't gonna lie, I never really reaped the benefits from that because shit didn't go well. But I seen a lot of women go through their natural hair journeys and cut their hair and grow their hair. And even then, like styling it, trying to get out the house and all that stuff. Like I've seen that, and I'm like, that shit tough.
Mm-hmm. Listen, Manny is like for the period that I've known Manny has seen me go through so many transitions, and I think at the end of the day, but I mean, obviously, we're still going to talk about the topic. At the end of the day, it's like what. I feel like maybe what Nick's frustration is that when you're not taking care of it, because I feel like if you're gonna wear a weave, a wig, whatever the hell it wants to be, as long as it looks good, allow the woman to do whatever she wants as long as it looks good. And I get you, because when it looks trash, even as a female, I will look at her and be like, "Girl,
we should get the space. We should get the space up front." That's
I'd be like, "Fix your hair." You know what I mean? Wear your wig, do whatever, but fix it. And I feel like that's probably really maybe your frustration, if anything. But then but it just makes you probably just turned off all the way of all wigs and weaves. But you have to understand that if you're really just focused on the ones that don't do a good job with it, let them be in their own little category.
No, my thing is with was it just hair in general? Like, as far as dudes, there be days where we be like, even today, I'm like, I ain't doing my fucking hair. I can like walk out the house, and I am perfectly acceptable. Women can't do that. They get judged.
Yeah.
So like, I mean, I understand. Like,
well, I mean, go ahead, Amber. Go ahead.
I want to go back to the short natural hair. Now, is it that it's natural or is it that it's short?
Huh? Say again.
So back to the short natural
Yeah,
hair.
is it short or is it natural?
Is it the issue that it's short, or is the issue that it's short and natural? Because I want it, because Nia Long, everybody, had the short hair. Halle Berry
But
also.
but here's the other thing
the
you
short
got.
hair, but
Yeah.
it was laid.
So, but here's what we also gotta remember is that like a hair, like Tasha said, men are visual creatures, right? So your hair is one part of your visual. Your face, your body, your looks, your demeanor we're getting all of it, right? So if you Nia Long, we know Nia Long is bad. Look at Halle Berry. We know 90s Halle Berry. God, you seen Halle Berry in Boomerang?
Yes.
X-Men.
Oh, Storm. Hey, she was wearing a wig.
James Bond.
Looking, I mean, so like whether you got short hair or not, your face is that pretty, your smile's that bright, your body's that nice. You could be bald.
Okay.
And we'd be like, hey, listen, she'll grow it one day, whatever, it'll be fine. All right, so
Because I was gonna say short hair in general is not bad, but not everybody can.
Pull it off.
you gotta understand, yeah, exactly. You gotta understand if you a if you're not Nia Long or if you just a regular looking girl, you gotta do everything you can do to beautify yourself to make sure that you get
And that's another issue in itself, though.
yeah.
But
When
hair
it
doesn't
comes
make
to
you
celebrities
beautiful.
and
Huh?
just
Hair's a part of making you
regular
beautiful.
women, it gets
No.
crazy because
No.
when Sanaa Lathan went bald,
For that movie?
she
All
just
right.
went bald. Period, because she just
Listen.
wanted to cut her hair off.
But-
It was just a period. I
But-
don't think
but-
it was for a movie.
Wait, no, but she did it like literally in the shooting of that movie, though.
It was for a movie.
Yeah, I believe so. Like it was like that Netflix movie.
Okay,
Like
well,
she literally
regardless,
cut
I mean,
it during
even if
that.
it was
yeah.
for a movie
but
or not, but it was just the fact that she was a celebrity.
It was
she
still
did
drastic. Yeah.
Hey.
But still, men were like gawking at her. But
Yeah.
let me cut my shit bald. No.
Look, see, where's the cap hat?
So
Tasha ain't got no help.
Where the
hey,
cap at?
hey, look,
Cap, I'm calling Cap right
look,
now.
Amber,
I'm dead serious.
Amber said hair is the part of women's beauty.
I'm calling Cap on that too.
And I completely disagree with that. I mean, the Bible in Corinthians it says a woman's hair is her crown.
That's our
It's her,
Our Cap.
That's our cap.
I'm not even gonna talk about religious talk.
but listen, and that her hair is her glory. But let me get off this right.
But then-
Let me give you an anecdote.
But what happens if you get because
Can I give you
what
an
if you
anecdote?
lose your hair though?
That's just a
That's different.
And
that's
then what?
different.
Now all of a sudden you're not beautiful.
No,
because
then you have again. How
So
many
once
people are losing their
again,
hair,
then
Amber?
that means a lot.
Amber,
Alopecia, cancer.
Amber. Come on,
Damn.
now
I mean, we can look up some numbers.
that's
for
we
cancer
talk. That's
now.
5% of people
That
now.
is
Come
intrinsically
on,
different, though.
that come
We
on now,
know
and we
that.
understand if you
But then-
listen. First of all, if you out here with cancer, you're not trying to get dick.
So why is
You're
it
not-
only?
Whoa. No,
Why is it only
I just
understandable
randomly shave my head.
because
If you have a cer-
have a
That was a
disorder
choice.
instead of it just being
cancer
understandable
patient
that
doesn't
hair
have
wouldn't
a
be?
choice.
because
And so if
it's
a cancer
different.
patient-
It just
hold
it's a
on.
different
We have two
circumstance.
different conversations.
Let me pause. Let me
Go
pause.
ahead,
Hey, let me
go ahead.
get back on track. Let me get back. Let me share an anecdote. Y'all went to we all went to basic training, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you remember going to Saberni,
Yes.
right? And the AU
Oh, Seaburn.
Seaburn, whatever.
Nigga said Saberni.
Whatever.
I think that was a
Seaburn,
bitch. I was like, wait,
Saberni.
I
Right?
went
I'm
to
gonna tell you this. I'm gonna tell you this right now. Listen. So this is in week.
I used to call it C. Bernie.
Yeah.
He said Saberni. Like a name.
All right. So week 4 or 5, you go to Seaburn. All right. Whatever, right? And so I'm gonna tell you this, right? So if you remember, dudes, girls, separate. We got separate training setups. You don't even talk to no girls for forever, right? And so I remember going to Saberni, right?
Teenagers.
Yeah, and so we're sitting there, and I remember we had to put their gas masks on, and they said all female trainees let your hair down. Do y'all remember this?
I remember.
Y'all,
Yeah.
huh?
Yeah.
I remember.
Yeah.
You remember? Yeah.
Remember that.
Yeah, you had
Because it was the first time we saw women in 4 weeks. For 4 weeks, we seen girls with buns with hats on, right? And for the first time, it didn't matter, short, long, whatever. We were just like, I mean, you're talking about 20-year-old boys, mouths agape. My jaw was on the floor.
That sounds like a fetish.
No, it's not a fetish. It's how we like. It's how we like women. Is being a woman is me being in the women a fetish?
He didn't know.
I got a fetish for vaginas. That's what I got a fetish for. I got a fetish for pussy. Me, boob. Me, I gotta work on my boob. I gotta work on my boob fetish. All right. I'm saying.
It's sad that you.
hold
It's sad that you didn't notice a woman that took their hair down in week 4. I know I was on like 3 days and who did it over there? Like,
You know, I mean, well, you notice them, but like recognizing and seeing their beauty, that's a part of
I
it.
saw that week 0.
That's a part of it. And again, I'm a Christian. I'm a lean. The Bible says a woman's hair is her glory. I believe.
Did they say that?
Yeah, the Bible says that. Listen, Corinthians 11:16.
So
Yeah. So, but I'm gonna say this, right? I'm gonna just let me finish my point, right? Is that listen, I don't even know where I was going with this, right? But I'm gonna just say this, right? Is that I believe that men are just men. There's a reason women wear their hair their way, and the reason men wear their hair their way, right? And it's because we are attracted to certain qualities in each other. As a man, you don't care how big a woman's biceps are. As a woman, you don't care how.
Wait, you said what?
Huh?
You said what?
bicep.
How big? As a woman, you're not like, oh, I'm looking for a man with wide hips and you know what I'm saying, and big a big chest. You know, like that's not. We're looking for different things in each other, and so we should just recognize that. I don't think it's wrong to recognize that there are inherent differences between each other, that we look for inherent differences between each other, and that we're ultimately not the same. That we're complementary. Yeah. That's how I feel.
Yeah. I mean, everybody has a preference.
Everyone has a preference, right? I'm
gonna call Cap right now.
Where's the Cap hat?
I got the
No,
Cap.
I'm not gonna call Cap on Nick.
No, I'm not calling Cap on Nick. I'm going back to calling Cap on these two motherfuckers. Calling Cap on what they said earlier.
Cap.
Because I think Tasha, she said something which completely undermines just how easy it is for women out here to get dick. Okay, all right, like straight up, bro.
What?
And you said if you cut all your hair off, men will be looking at you like you're crazy.
They do.
That don't mean a goddamn thing, cause you can cut all your hair off with a teeny weeny fro, or go completely bald like Tyrese, and you can still walk into any club and pull any nigga to throw some dick at you. It's
But
just.
he don't. But he's because he's only just thinking about pussy.
But the problem is though. But
That's
what I'm
every
saying.
nigga though.
But that's what I'm saying. You can't say.
But that's not. I'ma feel that, and I don't like that.
No. What I'm saying, not necessarily
like, you
just
like it for my
you,
bald head too?
not just necessarily you, but what I'm saying overall, it is extremely easy for women. You all can do just about anything towards your person, and I guarantee you can walk into just about any environment, and there's still going to be someone that's going to hit on you, that's going to try to hit, or whatever the case is. It's just a basic fact of just biology and human nature.
I mean, yeah, but I want him to like me for everything,
Yeah,
not just
of
my
course.
pussy. He's going to look at me just for my pussy
But-
and not. And he's
But
not,
I'm saying,
you know what I'm saying? Like,
it's different for men.
Yeah.
It's different for men as
You
far
can
as
be
how
bald.
we view you all, as
Yeah.
far as what you all view. Men are visual creatures. We have established that, right?
Yeah.
If you really believe that if you cutting your hair off would deter men from trying to holler at you,
It doesn't.
you are absolutely wrong
Here-
and you're naive.
Hey,
Now,
here's-
it doesn't mean that we don't have the desire to get to know you a little bit better, but I'm telling you right now, you can cut your hair off right now, and you can go out somewhere, and there's going to be someone that's going to look at you, still
In all
say you're
fairness,
attractive.
though, you
they're
can
gonna
look like a
approach
whole
you.
nigga and you will still get hit on.
Oh
You
yeah,
still.
but he's gonna put me on a level. He's
Yeah,
gonna
yeah.
put me on a level though, and I'm gonna know that, and I don't like that because it's more of like he gonna be like, okay, yeah, she pretty, but she got a bald head, whereas this other one.
Do
she
y'all
pretty,
do
but
that?
she
Do
got-
women do that?
Huh?
Do women do that? Oh, cat, right there, cat. That's why I got the hat on right now.
yeah.
Cause I do. Hey, think nigga, I don't know where I'm going with my line of questioning. Get the fuck out of here. Cap. You was about to cap, and I'm stopping you before you do it. You was about to cap right
Do
now.
what?
Y'all do the exact same thing. Come on now. Tell the truth.
Yeah.
Just like they do.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, Dad,
So,
how's our cap doing?
oh, bro, it's fitting right nice right now. There's a whole lot
see,
of cap under this motherfucker. God, I gotta make room for my little TWA.
I promise you. I promise you. At the end of the day, it still doesn't make us feel comfortable to want to just go out there with a bald head.
Yeah,
It doesn't.
I understand that.
No, and I
It
get
doesn't.
that. I get that.
It just
Because there's a
doesn't make us feel
personal,
comfortable.
there's a personal level of comfort. And see, and this is why, this is what I had to understand in my marriage. That's, you know what I'm saying, it is where it is right now. This is what I had to understand. As a man, as a husband, whatever. In the beginning of our shit, when we were courting, you know what I'm saying, before the kids and all this type of shit, and even after we had our first daughter, I would tell Shorty all the time, why you wear makeup? You're beautiful. I would tell her that all the time. You don't need makeup. Why do you wear makeup? Why do you wear these types of hairs? Why do you wear braids? Your hair is beautiful. Why do you wear makeup? Why you do this? Why? Like, she would get up and get dressed and makeup and all just to go to Walmart. And I'm like, why do you do that? You look beautiful. But what I didn't understand at that time is that it's intrinsically different for women and men. All right.
Uh-huh.
So I acknowledge and I appreciate that difference. Right.
I've done the experience on myself. Like,
you had to learn.
Yeah,
but you had to experience
I will go out. Like, I will purposely go out and I'll be like, you know what? I'm gonna leave my glasses on. And I'ma just
put my bonnet up.
No, I don't want to wear my bonnet. I just, I'm gonna fix my hair to
Purposely.
Purposely I'm going out to be bummy. And you know what I'm saying?
Glasses
like,
are sexy though.
it won't.
No, they're not.
I mean, yeah. Some people might
Remember
like
that day
bummy.
with the Popeyes?
Hey. All right. Hey.
Hey, that's an outlier. We already told May's
Hey.
outlier.
Some people might like bummy, but but I realized, like, when I would go out bummy, it wouldn't be immediate like attention.
Yeah.
But yes, if I get dolled the fuck up, it's like immediate attention. So just to go back onto your point, as far as the bald head, yes, you can look like whatever, and a guy is still going to probably talk to you, but the chances are very slim. So if she's in a group and she's a bald head one, but then she got her friends that got the long hair, whatever.
So niggas is choosy.
They're
But
very
I think
choosy.
that it goes back to
And
what
it
he was
happens a lot.
saying
It's gonna
about
be
if it's
a
all
small
put
percentage.
together in a nice package, like long Holly Berry. If it's all put together, then the bald-headed friend still might be chosen out of the ugly bitches with hair.
It's not gonna be often. It's just not gonna be often.
Well, it's gonna be dependent on who's the baddest, right? Because it's gonna be like, okay, because you could have the long hair, but if your body not right and your face and your teeth kind of you're like, I'm gonna go talk to the short hair cute, but the one that got short hair but she cute and it's fat back there, you start going, okay, never, I'm gonna just, I'm gonna slide on the short hair shorty. It's easy. That's easy.
But see, the thing is, how am I supposed to know that before I cut my hair? Like,
Yeah.
I don't know that.
Well, yeah,
I'm taking a risk already because I don't know, you know what I'm saying, what you or whoever might like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just taking a big ass risk to just shave my fucking hair.
How much of it, realistically speaking, like, honestly, all right, let's, like, all jokes aside, like, real. And I'm not even trying to be insensitive right now. No, I'm really not. How big of it, how really big of a risk do you think it is for a woman to go out here and to potentially get some sort of attention? Do you really think that cutting your hair off in that fashion is really that big of a risk if you're talking about garnering attention from the opposite sex? Do you really think it's that big of a risk if you acknowledge the fact that men will still holler at you? How big of a risk is it? Because it's not the same for you as it is for me. If I go out right now with my peanut head and cut my shit off, that's a risk.
I don't think
That's a risk.
I don't think
because
so.
I don't look good with a bald head.
I don't think it is.
Dev got that.
That's what I'm saying. It's not a risk.
Because you're a man. Like,
Dev got that weak beard too, so it's not great.
Whoa, first of all, my guy, not all of us got Afghan blood. Okay, so
They got that weak beard, so it's not helping. It's not helping him none.
No, but hold a second though. It's not a risk if it's you.
Yeah,
or
it's
me,
just not. Yeah.
or if any of the other two.
So
like,
Y'all are
I'm
men,
talking about
like-
risk as far as garnering attention from the opposite sex.
But I think it's more so
For
it's like, why
some
does it
men,
matter?
Not all men look good with bald
Can I
heads.
say something real quick?
Go ahead.
So it is my opinion, when you're out, like no matter what a man hairstyle is, I think a woman will look at a man past that and be like, cause like I've been in places where the
Cap.
give us our
No, let him finish.
you wanna give me our cap
I'm
so I
listening.
can
I'm
finish
listening.
mine?
I'm
All right.
listening.
I think women will look at us and be like, well, if he had this, he like I hate to say this, but a woman will try to make you better. That's the best way to say it.
Yeah, well, women.
I don't want to say change, but it will try to make you better. So, oh, you can grow a little hair. I see little follicles in the front. He bald, but you gonna figure it out. You know.
But I mean, I
Yeah.
just think it's also naturally the perspective. Like we just expect you're men, you're masculine. We were always taught that you're either gonna have, maybe like possibly dreads, but either a low cut, fade, whatever, or a bald head. So if you come out with a bald head, I'm not, you know what I'm saying? Like, but
Yeah.
it's not that common for
Right,
women.
let's get it.
So for women to start going in this natural journey, but realizing their natural journey, they have to start from cutting their shit all the way back. That wasn't how we were raised to, understand women with hair.
Yeah, no, that's a good point. That
I
it's-
want to ask
Sorry,
Amber
there's
this.
no
Like,
mosquito.
Amber, what do you think? Like, as far as the differences between men and women, the approach process, the looks, like honestly, like, how do you feel
Well-
about this all of this?
In general, like, I don't see
Hey, you
I don't
wild.
see why it would matter.
It's gonna come over.
Like, I mean, I understand, like, when we leave the house and stuff, we present ourselves in a way, not just for ourselves, but for others. But, like, I don't care what no nigga think about my hair. Like, I just don't care that much to, like, dictate, like, what I'm about to do with my body and my head and the hopes that, like, like, oh, some, like, nigga won't like me or something. Like, I don't care. Like, if you don't like me bald-headed, then you're not going to like me with hair because I'm the same exact person. And so, like, I mean, like...
There's a certain level of freedom that comes with that.
Yeah, like, not having to do it all the time. Like, I miss
yeah.
my short hair. I miss my TWAs and my little bald head and stuff. But...
I remember those days.
yeah, yeah. How long you been on your lock journey?
I started in February.
February. It's going good. It's looking good. It's looking good. Nah, congrats.
Absolutely.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Can I ask them a question?
Go
Like, if
for
we're
it.
gonna move on to another topic.
You go ahead. Wrap it
No,
up.
no,
We'll wrap.
just a
No,
question.
Go ahead.
So, do y'all have a type? And I mean, like,
A
6
nigga.
foot. Nah, I'm saying that's what. Yeah, 6
A
foot gotta
nigga.
be, not gotta be, but this is what you look for. Because he said if you bald, women will look past that. But like realistically, if a guy approaches you, or if you're out and about, do y'all have a type? You know what I'm saying? Like Amber, like, do you have a type of guy that you look for? He's got to have X, Y, and Z, or out of 5, he got to have 3 out of 5 of these markers. Like, what's your type?
I got an opinion.
Are we talking about just physical
We're talking about on
appearance,
yes,
or,
yes.
Whole
okay, just
purpose.
based on-
Physically,
Let's get the
type of
ladies'
stuff.
just based
types.
on
So,
looks and height.
and with that, answer this as well. Are there like if he doesn't have this, it's a wrap. Like if he's not 6'1", you're
So
not
deal
talking to him.
breakers.
Like that,
Deal
those
breakers.
types of things.
Okay.
Deal breakers.
So whatever. So he just has to be taller than me. I'm 5'4".
Okay.
So you just gotta be taller. That's 5'5" and above. I don't want no nigga that's 5'3", that's shorter than me. I don't want you to be 5'4" because it's a little iffy. It's like 5'3" or some inches. Like it's too much. So just like 5'5" and above
Tall.
is fine.
Okay.
You know.
So standard.
I don't really. So about hair thing, like I don't care if you have it, if you don't. But if it's balding, you need to let that shit go. Do not have patches. Don't.
Hey, I'm with you, girl. I'm with you. Let it go. Let it go.
Come on home.
Yep.
Come to pasture.
Like
say that, but
a neat appearance, I guess. Like you take care of yourself. Like you don't look all homeless and shit. Like, I don't know how else to put it. Just don't
What
let.
about financially?
Like
Don't-
wine on the jeans, anything like that.
Don't be homeless.
Don't be homeless. Don't look homeless and don't be homeless.
There you go.
So you date a man? You date now?
What? Yeah.
You would?
What? I got my what?
No, I'm not asking about your boo. I'm saying you would date down.
Would I date down?
Yeah.
A man that makes less than you.
The man that dates
No,
makes less than you.
Hold on a second. Define down.
Yeah, I was
A
gonna say
man
the
that
found date.
makes less
down.
than her.
Most women do.
Oh.
Financial.
No,
Yeah, that's
no,
fine.
most
I
women
thought you
do
meant like
not.
homeless.
No, not homeless. Just
all the
like
way
he
down.
makes less
no.
than you.
If he makes less than me, that's cool.
Okay.
As long as he makes something.
Sorry.
He's working
As
towards
long
something.
as he's working and he's
The
making
cashier
something.
CVS.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Right.
All right.
Right. It's something.
That's
Something.
Let's-
fine, though. You get
Okay.
But
all the plan B shit.
Okay.
other than that, yeah, just a good, clean, physical, appearance.
Does he have to be attractive?
Yeah, to me.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Yes.
He
Gotta
can't
be
be
Well,
attractive. to you.
everyone's definition of attraction.
No, I'm saying
right?
to her. She said to her. That's fine.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, I dated an ugly dude before, and it was painful.
Hey, what if he's ugly, but he's a millionaire?
He was. That's why I was dating him.
Dang. Ain't no ugly, but he
didn't
wasn't a
last
billionaire.
Yeah.
Ain't no ugly billionaires. I'm cute.
He was ugly as shit.
Everybody got
Yeah,
their
that
price,
nigga was
bro.
ugly.
Jay.
All right. Let's get Tasha's list of requirements
I don't have no list. Don't do that.
or whatever you're into. Whatever you're
So
into.
it was half of what she said, like the balding. If you're going balding,
Just cut it.
Just cut it. I can't do nobody that's like Rick Ross size and above. I don't do obese.
Wow,
Even-
wow,
even
out
with
here
the-
body
even-
shaming.
even-
Okay.
Even where he is with his lost weight, that's still too big for me. I don't like it. Anything from that point on and above, I don't like obese guys. I can't
got
do
you.
obese.
Okay.
I could do a little chunky.
Yeah, I could do a little chunky, but I just can't do Rick Ross and above.
Okay.
DJ Khaled and shit.
And yeah, definitely not DJ Khaled.
Wait, do they have to be black for both of you?
Huh?
Or y'all black men or y'all anybody?
I mean, I'm open.
Open?
I'm open to whatever,
Okay,
but
okay.
I prefer
Prefer-
black men.
preference,
Yes,
okay.
my preference is black men. Financials. I mean, yeah, as long as he's bringing in something,
Mm-hmm.
it doesn't really matter. Like for me, because we can figure it out. But
Mm-hmm.
you can't be broke and homeless. Like that's not gonna happen.
Right.
I don't care about the hair. I said just no balding. I don't care about the hair.
Height, height requirements.
Yes. Yeah, so height, yeah, for sure. I mean, I think that's for most women because we wear heels. So, when I wear heels, I'm at least about 5'6", maybe depending on the heel that I have on, 5'6" to 5'7". So
Did you ever been taller than a dude? I love it.
I don't like
When I
that.
put on heels and shit and the nigga be shorter
Nah,
and
yeah, I
stuff,
don't
I
like
just
it.
feel,
I
I
don't
just
like
be
it.
like,
I'm the man.
yeah.
Look at me.
So
That's how I gotta be feeling like, I don't know, like I just be
What you
feeling
want to do?
like,
You going to the bar now?
like
I'm ordering
Like,
this
I'm
nigga
that
drink.
big.
He'll have a martini.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no.
Damn.
so
He ain't thirsty. He ain't thirsty.
Water on the rocks.
Hey, with fat-free Caesar.
hey,
Put a
That
lid
nigga
in
get a
it.
little chunky around the midsection.
Like no croutons.
you about to get cut off.
Y'all are ruthless, man.
Hey, I got.
I don't like that. I don't.
I gotta-
I don't want no nigga shorter than me because
I don't want no
always.
I got a question for the ladies here though. I got a question, right? Do you think it's fair or not fair, right? But we understand, like, do you think it's like body shaming or politically incorrect or whatever, right? That women are allowed to want a man that's taller than them or bigger than them, right? So, whatever physically.
It's still a preference.
But no. But that if men don't want a woman who weighs more than them, that's an issue.
well, it's not body shaming. You're just saying that it's a preference. You're not saying like, oh, you're a fat disgust. Like I think it. Like you're just saying, like I don't
do that.
I don't do that.
I don't do
but
that.
you're not
Everything
necessarily
you're saying is
like
a preference.
Okay, so you just say it. So y'all take it as a preference.
Yeah.
Okay.
If somebody gets on you about that, then that's their problem because everybody has a preference.
I mean, well, Twitter will get on you about that now.
But you can't let it affect you.
Yeah.
Just
No, I don't.
Stick to your preferences. That's it.
Yeah. Well, we get a lot of body positivity in the black community, and if we're gonna pull out the numbers, is we get like 80% of the women in the black community are overweight, and 80% of that are obese. So that messaging is out there, and it's I don't think it's healthy, right? Personally, if I'm gonna get in my conspiracy bag, right? I think like the body positivity, especially the sort of black positivity movement, right, is really just a way to encourage black women to an early grave, black people to an early grave.
Can I keep going with that too, as well?
Go for it.
I know, and it's something I want to. First of all, Amber, Tasha, how y'all doing tonight? All right.
We got Ricky on the mic.
Yeah,
Ricky, say what's up.
I'm on the red throne.
Yeah, let's go.
Okay. I want to ask you a question. It's a question I'll ask pretty much every woman that comes on the podcast. I'm just out of curiosity. So, where he's getting his information from too, as well. If you're familiar,
Black demographics.
a man named Kevin Samuels. I want to know the opinion of. I asked this to Kiana, Veronica, when she come to the podcast, the same thing. I'm just curious. What do you think about, and Tasha, I see you over there doing your thing. Amber, I saw you. You're pretty much doing the same thing. I was like a matter of fact. I just want to know.
I was trying to have a cordial conversation tonight.
right.
We were just talking about this nigga on the way up.
Tasha, just out of curiosity, what do you think about the man's perspective, how he goes about the show, what he says? Please.
I feel like 90% of the time he is talking very reckless, and I don't agree with it. And I don't like how he bashes the women. I think there's another way to say whatever you need to say, but the way that he's doing it, I think, is getting to him as far as maybe the spotlight that he's in, and he feels like, okay, these people are thriving off the way that, well, some people are, because some people are just very toxic like that. They're thriving off the way that he, talks to these women when they come on there. How the ones be like, oh, I'm a 10, but he be like, no, baby girl, you a 5, you ugly as shit. But as a man,
she did call herself average too, as well.
As a man, you know what I'm saying? You just don't need to do that, because I feel like even as women, if a girl came to me and she's, if she look like Gabby Sidibe and she feels like she's a 10, I want her to have that confidence, you know what I'm saying? Flaunt it in the right way, don't do too much, like going in the juniors and buying smalls, but buy your, buy your size or whatever. But for him to just shut that shit down, it's like you want people to have confidence, because there's also girls that are very skinny that don't have confidence. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, let's not, affect the confidence overall. So if she feels like she's a 10, be like, okay, baby girl, you feel like you're a 10. What do you feel like you're lacking? Whatever. Because they're coming on the show for his advice. But the way that he goes about it, sometimes I'm just like, dude. But I do think that at least 10% of his shit that he talks about is accurate. You know what I mean?
Okay, hold a second.
His delivery is just a little off.
Let's get Amber.
We'll get back to Amber. Go ahead.
Amber. Any opinions?
He's not my friend.
Man, it's just
Kevin Samuels.
I don't get it.
You know our hat? We got a hat.
Like,
it's everybody's hat.
Like, as a woman, I would never ask another man I would never ask a man for advice. First, fuck off. Like, why am I asking you for relationship advice?
Exactly.
Like, you don't know me. And then on top of that, you're not even a woman.
Exactly.
Point 2. I have like a really big issue with both genders, like bashing the other gender. It's like, it's giving off bitter. It's giving off somebody hurt me and I ain't let that shit go. It's giving off for Kevin Samuels gay. Like,
hold a second now. Hold on.
I said what I said.
Let this ride.
And like, he's big wild, but I think he only does that on his podcast, because I don't think that in real life he's talking to women like that kind of reckless.
He's not.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's what I'm like. He's getting the
But I think, like, you know, because that kind of gets people riled up and stuff. So that's kind of like his persona. But
figured out his
like, I don't understand like why anybody would take advice from a man that's not relationship advice. First of all, from a man that's not married, doesn't have his one marriage that he does have. Obviously, it
He was
wasn't
married
success.
twice.
He was
Married
married twice. Look, even worse. Like, you don't even have, like, you can't even keep it together. And so, and then, like, I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing, like, why people are so drawn to him, except for the fact that he, like, other men are hurt, and so they're listening to him because he sounds like a hurt man.
So, all right, Ricky, I'm gonna pass that to you. Go ahead, give me your opinion on Kevin Samuels and your opinion on what these two ladies just said.
Okay, so I've been married for 10 years. I got 10 years. Hey, first of all, fellas, y'all good over there?
Manny.
Hey, y'all good over there?
No, we're not.
For the audio, man, the audio.
sorry,
They're
I'm
doing
sorry,
too much.
sorry,
They're doing
sorry.
too much. They're doing too
You're doing
much.
too much.
Yeah, yeah.
Anthony,
Huh?
you got one of these?
That's empty.
I'm asking you, dude.
I'm okay. I can't.
No, I'm asking for me.
Oh, it's right there.
Huh?
Get her one. Get her a
Yeah,
beer,
get her
bro.
a beer, man. Goddamn.
Yeah.
That's what she asking for.
Damn, not for you.
Be a
goddamn it.
provider, nigga. Goddamn.
See, that's,
doing?
that's a problem right there.
Provide alcohol to your ladies.
Right.
Like,
It was, she tapped on me like, nah, I'm good.
No, he over here. He was like, "No, I'm good."
Yeah.
Nigga.
I wasn't asking for you. I was asking for me.
He's like, nah, I'm good. I don't need no more.
Yeah, exactly.
No.
Nah, I'm good, baby. Nah, that's it. I'm good for the night. Hey, babe, you can run to the store a little bit later and grab some more.
Hey, appreciate you, baby girl. Thank you, but then thank you. I'm good. I'm good over here. All right. Anyway,
All right, so back to
get
it.
Tasha her beer because
So
she
I
doing a
want
great
to
job
ask
on
you
the
a
cast.
question. How often do you watch his whole podcast? Or you just watch clips?
I watch clips.
Okay, so that's the problem right there.
I tried. I watched like the first 10 minutes, and it was so
See, hold
insane.
second.
It was so
Hey,
wild.
Deb, hit that
couldn't
green
get-
button.
I
Hit the
couldn't
green
get
button, the bright green button.
past
There
the
it
first
is
10
right there.
minutes.
You didn't watch the whole podcast.
I can't get past. I can't get
So
through
the problem is
enough.
that
Yeah, I can't get
you haven't
past
watched the whole thing. You watch clips. First of all, clips is a terrible way to take an opinion off
I mean,
anything.
what's your
Stop.
rude?
Stop.
Your
The-
rude.
the- the-
That's
the-
it.
the-
Well,
time-
hold
time-
on, hold on,
time out.
hold on.
If you had a 3-hour podcast and somebody took 5 minutes of that 3-hour podcast, and you talk to somebody for 30 minutes and they took 5 minutes, do you think that gives you a fair shake of what you were saying?
But let me
No,
ask
it
you,
doesn't.
But let me ask you this: as a man,
Mm-hmm.
and well, anybody, but if you approach a guy or if a guy approaches you or whatever,
Yeah.
the case may be,
Not approaching guys.
you. So usually they say most times if you encounter someone,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
within the first 5 minutes, based on what they say, you can kind of tell.
But
who
that's
they are.
you're talking to false.
No,
You're
let-
saying it's right, but it's wrong.
Let her finish. Let her finish.
At least in the first 15 minutes of Kevin Samuels, when he's saying shit, I'd be like, "Oh, I know what this nigga about. I don't even want. I can't go no. I don't want to listen to the rest of it because of what he's already giving me right there. That's
Hey,
already
well, hold
enough to let me know that
hold a second. And what is he giving you in
that
these
he's
15
rude
minutes?
as shit, and he don't give a shit about sometimes people's
But that
feelings.
girl-
All right, hold a
Like
second. I'm talking right now.
Go,
You-
go,
you-
go,
you
go,
got
go,
it.
cook it, Rick.
All right, so a couple things. One, Simon Cowell, a white guy, American Idol. We watched him, love him, gave him millions of dollars for being rude as shit. Gordon Ramsay, another dude, gave him millions of dollars, white guy, being rude as shit. Honestly, if you ask me, I think Kevin Samuels has you pretty respectful. I watch this whole podcast, and not till individuals meet him with a lot of bad shit, we just like, all right, you want to bring that energy, let's go there.
Who's somebody on the way down?
So,
He says that a lot. He said, look, I'm not trying to go there, this and that, third. And a lot of his interactions with women that call on the podcast are very respectful. And he talks to them almost like an uncle, a family member.
Then he turns to
And if I was talking to my niece and she told me certain stories I heard from the podcast, like, look, baby girl, you're fucking up. There's only one way to tell you you're fucking up. There's no nice way to go about it. So you want this easy way or the hard way. And I'm going to just give you the real.
Oh, Felicia Johnson?
well, so here's the other thing I gotta say, right? Is how do you tell someone in a positive way that they're failing?
I can.
You can do it. You
No,
can
you-
tell
look,
anybody anything in a
so
positive
let's-
way. You don't have to do it so
But
negative.
no, but for them to really get it right, like let's say you got an E in a class, and you done had an E all quarter.
What's an E?
Fuck F, nigga, yo, F. Yo, you got the F in the
Goddamn Z.
class.
Did you go to school?
I'm a millennial, so we had E's. We had E's when I grew up. All right, it's a different time. Yeah, they ain't give us F's because F's were too
Did you
harsh.
learn cursive?
I did learn cursive.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm old enough to learn cursive,
Just make sure.
but I went from cursive class to typing class, so it was a weird mix. So
I got you.
anyway, so but here's I did learn cursive anyway. But here's the thing, right? Like if somebody got an F all quarter, right? They got the 50 on the first test. You pull them to the side. You say, hey, what are you doing? They got a 55 on the second test. You're like, hey, that's not really it. They got a 52 on the third test. And it's like, how much longer can I do the positive message before I just have to be blunt with you? How long can I do the nice thing before I have to do the thing that's actually going to help you? Because this is the thing that we're seeing with black women. Again, we have black
Who
women.
the hell is Kevin Samuels?
Let's stop. Let's not go ad.
To be like talking to
Let's
like
not
somebody
go.
crazy.
Let's not go ad hominem. Let's focus on the message. Let's focus on the message. We have 8.
Yeah, and I'd be like, who the fuck am I?
Okay, we have.
How long
Listen.
did it take you to get to that point?
Can we finish? Let me finish my point. Right. Here's the thing. Most black men want to be married. Most black women want to be married, right? The black women that we have black women who are getting married at a rate of 25%.
1 in 4.
1 in 4 black women are getting married, right? We have a single parent household rate of 75-80% in this community, which is putting our children in last. Black boys are reading at a 4th grade reading level when they're graduating. They are not graduating to be successful. They are not becoming successful. Our community is split apart here. We are no longer a community. We do not have men in the households. We do not have discipline in the households. We do not have leadership in these households. We have women trying to do the best that they can in these households while they're one of 3 or 4 baby mothers, right, of a man who's not present. That's what we're experiencing in our community. And that's really what, if you watch the live streams, that is the root of it. That's what we're addressing. It's not to just berate black women for the sake of berating black women. It's to address the fact that our community is dying at its core. We were married at an 80% rate in 1960. We know how to do this. We know how to be this. But we have lost our way, and we need to get back on track.
Because Nick Cannon and Future are ruining the community.
Nick Cannon is a terrible example.
That's an awful example.
I said ruining the community.
Yeah. Also, he has millions of dollars. He's not even part. He's his own.
But let me
his own thing.
But let me finish my monologue though. But that's really where his message comes from. Is that black women call a show? They say, I want to be married. Not only do I want to be married, but I want to be married to a man who makes X, Y,
And the thing is,
and his Y and his Z, and he says, "Who are you to be? Who are you to ask for that? And if you want it, and if you want that, what are you doing to accomplish that?" So let me finish my point.
Right? I got you.
Let me finish. But it's like here's the thing, right? If you want to be. It's not to say that you can't do whatever you want, but whatever you're doing has consequences. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you're doing has an outcome. If you know you want to be a lawyer, why would you go to art school? You can't say, well, why can't I go to art school? No, you want to be a lawyer. Why would you waste time doing this other thing? That doesn't make any sense. So if you know that you're a woman who wants to be on the path towards marriage, on the path towards family, on the path towards having children, on the path towards being someone who has somebody at the end of their life, why are you doing this hot girl summer or this single woman bullshit? Why are you doing this I don't need a man? Because clearly, if you do, how you gonna say I don't need a man and you say but you want to be married? That don't make no sense. You clearly need a man to be married. So that's where a lot of it.
Technically, you're wrong. Whoa.
No, hold second. Hold up.
If you want to be married to a man, so that's where a lot of it comes from. And if you watch it again, like Ricky said, if you watch the 3-hour broadcast, that's where all this starts. All this starts with the fact that our community isn't that we don't have community because we don't have family. Families are the building blocks for our community. You can't have a community without family.
But if I'm single,
yeah, go for it.
If I'm single, and I may want
Okay.
you know, I may want to be married, but you know, I'm single. So what do you want me to do? Sit in the house?
Oh, a second. How old are you? Just out of curiosity.
37.
She looked 20.
37.
She looked
I
25,
would've never
but
guessed.
but yeah, she 30. You wouldn't guess it.
I would never
She
guess.
look at her legs. Her legs are shiny as shit. She be lubricating like some shit.
So, a question for you: do you want to have kids one day?
I do.
Okay. This is tough because this is a little bit different right here too as well. Are you actively looking for somebody that wants to have kids with you?
Yes.
Okay. Does this individual know this too as well?
Yes.
Have y'all had this conversation? Do you want to be married or anything of that sort?
Yes, but we haven't had the conversation.
What are you waiting for? But these are questions that he's asking too as well, and it's just calmly I'm asking. It's nothing crazy.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I mean, you said you're. I'm not gonna get into it.
You know, I just,
No, we already did. Pandora's box opened as soon as I sat down in this chair.
I just think probably is honestly in the past I feel like some of those kind of conversations will come so early and it will like scare people off. So
Scare off who?
I just kind of wait for the right moment when it feels right, and usually it will tell me if it feels right, and then I'll just kind of dive in. But right now it has not felt right to talk about that. It's been fine. But yes, but I think that there's an idea that yes, that's what I want.
Okay.
I would say that, and it's the same thing. I have a young daughter too as well, and it's the same thing I would teach her.
Shout out Gigi.
Shout out to Gigi.
Shout out Gigi.
Gigi, one day she'll be on the podcast. She'll be like Steph Curry. I have my curly hair too as well. She's right there next to me. But the same thing I tell her is that, like,
She's so
anybody
cute.
you date, like 18 or 19, you get married. All right, maybe somebody special at that point, but anybody you date, you should have the intention of wanting to go something further with them. If not, you're wasting your fucking time.
For the record, Ricky got married when he was 6 years old.
Ricky been married since first grade.
That was funny. Was that funny?
It was.
Yeah, y'all was over there cooking that one for like the past 5 minutes. Nah, but
You just wait till we get a break in the mic.
yeah, exactly. I'm gonna hit this one real quick. No, but with me, I got married to my wife after knowing her for about 2-3 months. I did.
That shit crazy.
I know that's right.
Yeah, but things that I saw certain qualities in her
Real one.
that I was like, oh, you know what?
Yeah, lucky.
She would make a great wife. Like as a man, you know. Like I'm not here to fuck around. Like I like to have a family. I like to have bloodline to pass on from there. I like to be 90 when I'm sitting in a chair like this, barely moving, with all the family looking around, playing in the playground. I like to see that shit. But I'll tell you the same thing. Like, look, don't just be dating just to fuck around. Like, have a purpose. And it's that individual's not for it. Recognize that, and move on. So, and the same thing that this is a lot of things that I watched a lot of clips to his first. I was like, damn, this motherfucker's really going in with Kevin Samuels. But then I actually sit back, I was like, and what he said about clips, and he has got a lot of people say, oh, you've been watching clips. No, you didn't watch the whole broadcast. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna watch the whole broadcast. So I sit there and watch the whole thing. I was like, damn. A lot of him saying, like, everything Nick said is a lot of things he's harping on. So you see the clips where he's met, like, it's people in there that he's rude to. And it's a couple instances I would say too as well. I'm not gonna say just cap for the
he been some
sometimes
rude,
sometimes he goes over the line.
I be like, all right, you going a little off the crib.
Like I'm like, all right, Kev, you got to chill out. You're doing too much. You're doing too much.
Yeah, he was trying to debate.
He was on
trying
his
to debate me.
podcast. He hopped on his podcast.
Yeah, I talked to Kevin for a little bit.
Yeah, but he did well.
'Cause I feel like, the thing is, I watched that and I felt like you knew the answers to his questions, but he would ask you something, and but in his mind he wanted you to answer it in 2 seconds, and that's not enough time to give somebody. And like when you didn't do it in 2 seconds, he went to a next question. You were just like, you were like, and I was watching. I was just like, well, let him get fucking
that
answer
shit was
the first
intense.
one. God
Well,
damn,
hold
I
second
was
though.
like,
He's an interviewer. He's an interviewer.
But no, he was.
But things that I
No,
interviewed.
he was rushing the shit out of him, and I'm like, I know that Nick has the answers, but
You watched it too as well. You saw the Nick pod.
Yeah,
What did you think? You think he was rushing you?
he was rushing. I personally think he was rushing.
I
him.
wouldn't say he was rushing Nick. I
Yeah.
think he was digging to get into another round.
Well, yeah, he was
I feel like
he was set up
almost
for
digging to try to
yeah.
feel
He was
like
trying to set Nick
wasn't
up,
shit
and
or
Nick had all the
something.
right answers, and he was kind of like, so these questions came quicker and quicker.
No,
Yeah.
I feel like he was digging to make Nick look like a fucking fool, because if you even
If he had one bad answer,
if you look
yeah.
at the end, he literally cut Nick off. he cut him off.
Congratulations,
And he was
you're
like,
not a
boom.
fool.
He was like, next caller. And I was like, wait. I think he was really about to say something. And I was thinking like, whoa.
Yeah.
And
He
that,
kept
hey,
asking. He was baiting you question.
wasn't
question,
getting ready.
question,
and
question.
Tasha's point too as well. Like I said, the man's not completely perfect, but his overall message and what he's trying to do,
Yeah.
I mean, I support it. I understand that.
Yeah.
His
Right,
methods,
but you just gotta learn how to do it.
his methods are different.
Yeah.
I would say that too as well. But
So that's
Yeah.
why it throws people off because it's just
Yeah,
like,
it's
come on.
gonna, it's gonna be a no for me.
Yeah, but I'll say, look,
It's still a no for me.
well,
no, but I would say this at the very least: just watch a whole podcast.
But then you say like, okay, so I've seen like clips, and then I started, you know, like the first 10 minutes and stuff. But it isn't like, isn't watching clips like how we know we're interested in something? We watch trailers to movies. We watch like you know, like previews and stuff to
Yeah.
TV shows, or we
is
see
it his
like,
clips or is it clips from somebody else on the YouTube page?
No, it's his clips.
On his page?
Oh no, I don't know. It'd be
Or
like
is it
on
Instagram clips from some other
Instagram
account?
and you know, yeah,
I
like
ca- I
that.
can't
So
count
they're trying
that.
to show obviously
Yeah.
bad, yeah.
Yeah.
But, I mean,
Watch
still,
on
it's
his
bad
YouTube
enough for me to
page,
be like, no.
and it'd be a full conversation from somebody from start to end, and
Yeah.
then watch it from there. That's the very least I could do. You still feel the same when you do. I respect that.
Yeah, I'll wrap it up here, but I'll just say this, right? It's
That's it
just
for
like
me.
it's just, and I've had this conversation with people before, right? But it's like there's no, at a certain point, right? You just have to recognize that sometimes the nice way isn't necessarily getting your point across, and that sometimes, especially at the sort of critical point that we're at, we're seeing, you know, fucking 25% marital rates. We're seeing 75% single parent household
But I wouldn't
rates.
get my advice from somebody that already has that successfully.
No, I'm with you. I'm with
Like
you.
I don't want to ask like some nigga that don't even have like. Why would I be asking somebody that's not married about marriage?
Well, I'll say this: 2 + 2 is 4, no matter who says it's 4.
Whoa.
2 + 2 is 4. No.
I mean, because and then
If,
on top
if
of
Hitler said 2 + 2 is 4, it's still 4.
like that's like me asking like some woman that's never breastfed before, like breastfeeding techniques.
No, I
just want to go to somebody that has the
He's been married twice. He's had 2 failed marriages. I'm fine. I'm fine.
and they
with
were
him.
they weren't even like long marriages.
I think-
like
I don't-
10
hold
and
on.
10. I think they were both like
Really?
1 year and like 2 years.
We're gonna do that right now.
Well,
We're gonna do that.
Go for it.
Let
Go
me
ahead,
address that real quick because I don't like that. I don't like the failed marriage argument, right? Because
He said it.
whomever said it, I don't like that argument, and here's why I don't like that argument.
Because it takes 2 people in a marriage.
No, that's not why.
Oh,
That's
okay.
not even. Hey, look, ma'am.
What?
Ma'am.
What Marty say? Marty say you had drip.
Oh, I had the drip shoes on.
Drip.
I still had the drip boots
Drip,
on
drip,
tonight. I had drip. Yeah, I said, if I'm slapping with the younger generation, I must be doing something right. He said, I got the drip boots on. But no. Why I say that is because failed marriages and all that type of shit, right? It doesn't detract from the message of what he's saying and the truth that he's spilling. Regardless, and I agree, he comes off, he could use a tad bit more tact, right? I agree wholeheartedly. It doesn't detract from the message, right? But people will bring up and people will try to discredit him via calling him gay or his failed marriages and all types of stuff. Right.
Sad hominem.
How often do you hear that argument when it comes to Steve Harvey?
He been divorced 3 times.
You do not.
Who's listening to Steve
your
Harvey?
face.
Why
your
is
fa-
anyone listening to anyone
A lot of people-
a licensed therapist?
How many women? Derek Jackson.
Let them cook. Let them do
No.
Cook.
Amber, you're the outlier. We're not talking about.
Licensed therapist, somebody that has
Let
this is their
him fish.
profession.
Let him fish.
Amber, you're the outlier. Okay, I know you. I've known you for almost 20 years.
That don't make no sense. Why would I go?
No, you're
In the
the
biblical sense.
outlier. Okay, we have established that. Okay, but Tasha's face said it all. When I brought that up, Tasha just looked. She was just like,
Yeah. How many? Hey,
you know why?
hey,
Because Tasha the type of motherfucker that is subscribed to Steve Harvey's Book of the Month Club.
Yeah, she had Steve Harvey book. She was watching Derek Jackson's Instagram. She had the Derek Jackson IG page.
And yo, correct me if I'm wrong. Right? But you would not question Steve Harvey's history to the same degree that you would question Kevin Samuels, right or wrong? Yes or no?
It's his delivery.
Exactly.
Hold on. So answer yes or no. Would you question Steve Harvey's background as far as marriage goes the same way that you would question Kevin Samuels? Yes or no?
I mean, yes, I should.
No.
But you don't.
But no, we're not talking about what you should. Would you though?
All I'm saying is that if they both came to me, I will probably be more susceptible to be with Steve Harvey versus
Why?
because of the delivery. But I'm only you have to understand that I'm only speaking for myself, okay?
Yeah,
I'm
absolutely.
a person where I'm a very compassionate person. Don't come to me very hostile. That's just me. So you have to understand that there may be other people that are like me too, and I think majority of the crowds that are like against Kevin are probably the compassionate people. They don't like that. You know what I'm saying? So Steve Harvey, he can talk to you in a different way, and he'll deliver it in a different way because it'll be like because it's like okay, it's like tell me in a like he said
in a very soft,
in a
very
way.
welcoming,
right?
In a very easy, in a very nurturing manner. That appeals to women.
Because you still can be instilling the same thing that Kevin is saying.
But does he?
But he is.
No, he don't. Not at all. Not at all. Not at all.
Listen, look, I challenge you. I challenge you. Listen. Look, first of all, what's the name of Steve Harvey's book? What's the name of Steve Harvey?
Ask like a lady, act like a man, think like a man.
Do you really think?
Oh, she had that on the tip of her tongue.
Have you read that book? That book does not offer true insight towards male psychology. No, it's not even about hating it. It's about pandering. Pandering.
I feel like all men hate that book.
No,
I've never read it. I don't hate it.
Men understand. No, the problem with the book. The problem with the book is that you have to acknowledge, you have to okay, look, I'm gonna say this right now, bro. I'm not even trying to be.
Hey,
I'm gonna be real right now.
Go for it.
I'm gonna be real. And I said this in the post. You said something, and I commented on it. I said women are delusional. I don't mean that disrespectfully. I really don't. I mean that wholeheartedly. Women have formulated a way that things should be and should be presented towards them. And you have an ideology about this is how it should be, this is how it should be presented, and this is how I will receive it based on my idea of how it's presented. Women have formulated this whole bubble. Derek Jackson and Steve Harvey cater to that bubble. Kevin Samuels has stepped outside of the bubble and saying, hey, look, I'm not going to cater to your feelings. I'm not going to cater to your emotions. I'm going to just say the truth. Nothing that he ever says is ever not backed up with statistical facts. Okay?
So what do you think Steve Harvey is saying is false?
A lot. Telling women to make men wait 90 days, that's not happening.
Be objective.
That's not happening.
Be objective. You have to listen to
horny motherfuckers.
No, it's not about. Wait, first of all, men are intrinsically different from women.
Yeah.
When it comes to horniness, when it comes to sex, when it comes to cheating, everything about men and women are different. And literally, I thought about this shit while I worked today for like a full hour. Okay? I'm not going to get into all that. We're intrinsically different about when it comes to men and women, when it comes to the issues of sex. Okay? We're just way different in our approach. We're way different in our reception of it. We're way different in the amount of sex that we could potentially get because just men and women are different, right? But what I'm saying is, there are people, and you know what it's called. You know what it's called in the rap community when there's someone that's literally just in there to make music just because. They're called industry plants. Okay, so if you can, do you believe in industry plants in the hip hop community, and rap community? Okay, they exist. There are people that exist and they appeal to the community because it's going to make money for the industry. Right? Doesn't mean they're about hip hop. Doesn't mean that they necessarily care about the rest of the people that's in that community. There are people, Derek Jackson, if you watch him, he literally just 90% of his stuff, it is the man's fault for why relationships go bad, why this and that. If you're going to sit here and tell me that 90% of the problems in relationship fall on men, you're delusional. That is not yet. That's being naive. Steve Harvey does the exact same thing. I don't hate his book because he wrote it. He did what the fuck he was supposed to do. He made money off of it. But if you read the book, which I have read, I haven't read it all.
Are you
but
read
what
clips?
I've taken from the book, I started from chapter 1. And I've gone through and I've listened to what he said on his show about certain chapters, and I've gone through certain chapters, and I've read those chapters. And what I got overall as an objective human being is he is pandering to the majority of the people who are going to buy that book. Kevin Samuels, his reach, 70% of his audience, his subscribers are women. So you can't sit here and say that he is literally bashing and going in on women when 70% of the people that is contributing to his wealth, his content, his subscriptions, his everything are 70% women.
How do you feel about Devin Franklin?
Who's Devin
Who the
Franklin?
fuck is that?
That's Megan Good's husband.
What's up with him?
That's the pastor dude?
Yeah, the pastor dude, because he got a book too, and he does the same thing as.
See, that's
Steve Harvey.
so. Here's what you got to
He's
understand.
not on the same
Let me-
scale as
let me-
Steve Harvey, but I know what you're talking about.
Let me-
Wait, what about Stefan?
Labossiere.
Yes,
Well, yeah.
Labossiere.
Well, he's different. Well, he preaches.
is he different?
He preaches celibacy and a whole bunch of other stuff.
No, he does.
don't
Wait,
like
he
it,
does
don't like
just as much as Derek Jackson.
But I think Stefan Labossiere is different. But
Because he literally has a book that says, "What is it? What is? Do you know the name of it? The name of the book is like
Look, I told you, Amber's an outlier.
yeah, Amber ain't in this shit at all. She said, "I'm just on some other shit."
My phone is over there. The book is literally for men. It's something like geared to y'all.
Hold on. Let me
I
see.
want to just know.
It was it's something like why men lie or something like look at his book, and I'm just like, how is that not like Derek? So how are y'all saying that he's different?
The man God has for you. He's lying, sis.
Yes, he's lying, sis. He has a whole book
Yeah.
on telling how niggas are lying to us
Yeah.
every fucking day.
Yeah.
He's a simp, bro.
So
He's
Oh, so now he's a simp.
I don't mean it disrespectfully. I'm not saying that.
Nah.
All the
Simp is
he
disrespectful.
simping because he is making a profit off of what you all want to hear.
Or is
So-
he really telling us?
Hold on.
So-
Derek
let me-
Jackson literally did this,
Dave.
and then it came out that he was cheating on his wife. He was pandering to you all, but he was literally going against everything that he was preaching to you all.
Okay.
He was the complete opposite of what he was telling y'all to do.
Hey.
But half the shit in his book, half the time I done been through those experiences. I was just like,
It doesn't mean
Okay.
what he said is not true.
So
he was pandering.
Let me let me
follow it though.
let me phrase this in a bigger conversation, right? What you all have to understand. What you have to understand is that 80%.
I got you next. Just a real quick statement.
You're saying, let me-
talk yours.
Is that 80% of consumers, 80% of consumption, 80% of the people who consume goods are women, right? So you have to understand that. Hey, can y'all stop? Hey, but listen. So y'all have to understand this, right? On a broader economic perspective, right? If 80% of the consumers are women, right? Women make purchases for themselves, and women make purchases for their homes, right? But who do you think buys the most shit in America? Married women or single women?
Single. To fill the void.
Huh?
Oh, it's definitely single.
It's single. Single women.
Because you don't have to spend your money on anybody else.
Yeah, single women are the biggest product consumers by far. They blow out every other category, right? So
dogs eat their Gucci slippers. They gotta buy more.
they gotta buy more. So single women are the biggest consumers, right? So if you're trying to sell a product, right? Do I want to sell a product to 5% of the people, or 10% of the people, or 50% of the people, right? So you have to understand that companies and businesses, entrepreneurs see single women as a target market. And here's a bigger thing, right? Is that if we look at this from a broader perspective as the broader white society, right? Is that if we can keep black women So here's the other thing. Black people's dollar circulates faster than any other people's.
Are you getting to the welfare argument?
Oh no, not in the welfare argument.
Okay.
But listen, the black dollar circulates faster than any other dollar. When black people get paid, their dollar gets spent within 6 hours. Other communities, the Jewish community's dollar gets circulated within 2 weeks. It takes Jewish people to spend the money the Jewish people spend their money in 2 weeks. Black people spend the same money in 6 hours. We are consumers by nature. We buy Gucci belts. You ain't never seen.
I ain't a Gucci belt.
You ain't never seen a Jewish rabbi with a Gucci belt underneath. That's not a thing.
Got one under there though.
I don't have Gucci.
No, but listen, you have to. But
I'm going to
nigga, either get on the mic or stop talking shit behind me. But let me talk, bro.
You gonna fight?
Yeah, we gonna square up. We gonna square up.
Go second.
Square up outside.
Hey, talk yours.
Cash me
Hey,
outside.
Mandy, you on the mic next? Just relax.
Yeah, let me
Relax.
talk my shit right now. But like, so you have to understand that black women are the fastest consumers, and if you keep black women single, they consume more. Again, we were married at an 80% rate 50 years ago. We're married at a 25% rate today. Do you understand that there's an economic incentive by the greater white society to keep you away from your men? Right? Do we understand? That's
It's been like this since the moment we came in this country.
that's the broader argument is that when you see people marketing towards you, when you hear those sweet nothings, when you hear people telling you that you're queens, divas, bosses, that you're doing good shit. Look at the shade room. The shade room don't do nothing but tell black women how great they are and shit on niggas, and they got 24 million followers. Do you think they really care? Probably not. They care that they making money. They care that they got 24 million followers. That's what they care about. They care about their metrics. They care about what they're making. Okay, so you have to understand this from a broader society perspective, that there's an economic incentive to keep black women and black men separate, to keep black wealth down, because if you're in a house separate from him, that means there's 2 different rents getting paid instead of 1 mortgage getting paid. That instead of 2 black people building wealth together and having a family, there's 2 consumers paying for the property for white people. All right. That's the broad society's incentive to keep black people separate from each other, and to keep black women mad at black men, and to keep black men mad at black women, and to keep y'all saying niggas ain't shit, I don't need no man, we don't want no scrubs, and to keep niggas saying fuck bitches, get money. It's all this shit. It's all of it. All of it's to keep us separate and to keep us spending, so that niggas go buy another Mercedes and another Gucci belt and throw money at the strip club instead of paying for the kids to go to private school. Or to keep black women who are some of the hardest workers, to keep y'all so educated, but y'all pouring education into what? Businesses, into freaking corporations don't give a fuck about you. It says pouring that education back where? Into your children, where it should be going. Think about that. Y'all so educated and beautiful and wonderful, but instead of taking that time and that effort, that energy, you spend that energy going to make money for some other person instead of pouring that energy into your family, where it should be going, into your children, to your daughters and sons. That's my broader issue with everything. All right, and that's it. I done got on the soapbox.
I like this cooking session.
I'm over
but
here, yeah.
The whole thing is, I'm not listening to nobody that doesn't have a license in education.
Yeah.
And the thing they are trying to teach me.
I highly disagree with that.
Go for it.
For certain things.
Your grandma, my grandma, didn't have a license in anything.
That one?
I didn't know my grandma.
But I'm just saying that in general, that's fine. But my grandma didn't have a license in psychology or a degree in this, that, and the third. Yet she could raise 7 children to be successful.
Certain things, yes.
And
Certain
a lot of
things
grandmas
are
had
life
to do that
lessons
back
and
in
experiences
the era.
that people can share their own personal experiences and stuff. And then other things, no, I'm going straight to the person that knows, the person that's been doing this for 20, 30 years. Sitting
Well, hold
on
a second
the
though.
couch.
What's one thing that Kevin Samuels always says? Have you seen a therapist? Have you been to a psychiatrist?
Oh, that's it, because I have a therapist.
And I that's one thing too as well. I think in the past, I'm glad to hear that. And I've been to therapy too as well, a psychiatrist. In the black community for years, it was demonized to actually do that. It was like, oh,
Still
fucks
is.
on your mental health.
Still is.
And you know what? He's right. That's why Sundays being why we try to shine a light on mental health.
Sundays.
There's one question I have for you, Tasha, and I'll let Dev get the mic. Anything that you got from, I guess, your gurus? You mentioned Steve Harvey's mentioned Derek Jackson, that has helped you in life achieve. I guess what are you looking for him to achieve? Is it a marriage, or what exactly are you looking for them to get out of them to help you take the next step that you want to take?
The advice that I want from them.
The advice you got from them.
Oh.
How's that helped you?
So it's helped me in a way to understand slightly how men think about certain things. So I can feel like
We do not think like Kevin Samuels.
right. Right. And so I'm not trying to learn 100%, but I just wanted to at least get to a nice median, because I just felt like I was not at a median where I could just understand, and it just wasn't coexisting when I would try to be dating somebody. And I'm just like, why the fuck he doesn't understand that this goes here, or whatever. So by reading their books or listening to their podcasts or videos or whatever, it just helped me to just get a little insight. And again, it's not for me to just hone in and say, oh, he's right. But it's at least for me to just hear a different perspective versus whatever I might be thinking, because obviously I'm going to develop my own based on whatever I might feel, but it can be totally different. And so hearing somebody else say something different about it, I'm just like, okay, well, I'll take that into consideration, but at least helps me to get to a happy median of just maybe understanding why a man might do a certain thing, say a certain thing, whatever, and then knowing that it's not coming from a bad place, and it's coming from more of, that's just how men are. And so I've been able to use that, and I think it's been working so far pretty good. It's still always going to be a learning curve and a daily learning thing, but I don't feel where I'm just at the bottom of the barrel where I was just like, I don't fucking know what the fuck they're thinking or what they're doing, and me just getting so frustrated and mad, because I would get so frustrated and mad, like, why the fuck this nigga can't understand that this is what this means? And then I had to really just be like, okay. And so I had to get into, like, I would watch other podcasts or shit. I eventually got into Clubhouse because I just wanted to listen in on all
What the fuck is that?
It's an app. Damn, we've been there for the past 2 years.
Oh, that's the one that we got Android, so we can't get in on. We're not exclusive.
They ain't
I remember
exclusive.
that. I remember that night. Yeah. Hey, get on Clubhouse. Like, we got Android.
Oh,
So,
say, Tasha, keep talking.
So yeah, I would get into Clubhouse, and occasionally, yes, sometimes I would just find shit on Instagram, but wherever source that I could, I just try to listen to all. But it's not to say that I'm just going to be like, everybody's right, but it's at least to get me to understand, different perspectives of whatever I may have developed just on my own from that point, because I just hated the fact that I would get so angry at why he can't. In my mind, I'm thinking it's common sense, you know what I mean? But then I'm just like, oh, well, wait, maybe he's putting here, and then and so to hear from another man say, okay, this is why he might be doing that, I'm just like, oh, okay, well, that's possible.
So I'll put it like this: if I were to write a book on men, it would be maybe 3 pages long. On what?
Well, I'm like
I'm
7
serious.
pages.
Stop.
Everybody always say men is so simple, and I
It'd be
just feel
3.
like y'all so complicated.
No, I can make it very simple for you.
You don't know me.
Very quick.
You don't know me.
The thing is that,
So
so
complicated.
the difference between, I guess one difference between Kevin Samuels, Derek Jackson, Steve Harvey. If someone's making multiple videos day after day after day about men this, men that, men that, men that, they don't know what the fuck they're talking about.
They don't.
It's not fucking true. It's just not.
Yeah, little bitch
Kevin
that nigga
Samuels,
get folded.
he's more so talking to women, so we need multiple videos and complexity and A to Z, then Z to A, then 1 to the 100 and 100 to 1. I get all that. I understand that. As a man, if I write a self-help book towards women, it'll be about 4 pages long. And I can give you a Dave Chappelle joke with that.
Let's go.
I give you a Dave Chappelle joke. It's only a couple things you got to do. And we're on the B-sides right now. Red light on. So I'm just tell you what he said.
Now the B side is blue side, right? blue lights or whatever. That's what
Red
y'all
is
do.
The lights are red in here too.
red.
I thought they were blue at one point.
Oh, Pop still tuning in.
Hey, shout out to Pops.
Hey,
Pops
what
still
up?
here. Hey.
Pop dude.
Senior. Look, it's only a few things you have to do. It's only a few things you have to do. A man will always make time for a woman that he wants to be around. That's the first thing. He's not making time for you doing this and the third. Get the fuck away. You're wasting your goddamn time. If you can't be, you say, hey, or we doing Friday, this and the third. We doing Saturday, doing this right here. Bye, leave. I'd say the same thing to Gigi. You're wasting your fucking time. Get out of there. That's also why I'm important with,
Did you
like we
just
talked
reference
about,
your fucking daughter?
in 20 years in the future. Yes, I did. Because it's important to me. This is an important conversation.
I
That's why.
understand, yeah.
It's
We
important.
got Gigi.
I got sisters. I got cousins. I got sister. I got cousins. I got all sorts of other female friends in my life too as well. Dave Chappelle joke. What did he say?
Yeah.
No, that's not. That's what he said. That's what he said too as well. He said, "Hey, meet him when he's hungry. Keep his balls empty. Don't nag so much when he's home, and just be right there with him." It's not only that simple. Talk to any man in this room. It's not much. It's really not much. And I'm not saying that you have to cook every single meal when he's hungry or whatnot. The roles can change. I ain't saying that right there, but it's not really much. It's not.
It's not, but there's some things that are just like.
I'm telling
first
you.
of all, I hate that word nag. I hate that word with a passion because half the time, and there's plenty of memes that are actually very true because people understand and know, but that word nag, half the time when we're just literally trying to express.
Well, no, it's different. It's
No, no,
different.
no.
It's different. There's
And
a
y'all take it as we're
Well, no,
nagging and
no,
complaining.
no.
I'm just
I don't
like, that's
no,
what
no,
we're
no,
not
no,
doing.
I don't think the word nag is for all women, but there is
All
a
women.
group.
No.
There is a group. I swear to you, there is a group
I'll tell you why I
that
said it.
that are full blooded in that category of nag.
Nagging.
But
Yes, and like Nick like to give the percentages.
No.
37%.
Nag, honestly, nag is exclusively
Wait,
a
percentage
marriage
said
word.
37%.
So let's say that
Woman that's usually
you got home from
that
work
actually
early,
nag.
okay? You got home like at 3. I got home like at 5. And as soon as I walk in the door, you're like, "Hey, baby, how you doing? This needs to be done. That needs to be done over here. We gotta do this right here." It's like, God damn, girl, can I just get like 5 minutes to sit down and just relax? That's what the word nag is exclusively a marriage word.
No, that's a
No. Nag is not a relationship, boyfriend, girlfriend. No, that is we're together. We have a mortgage, cars, bills. No, nag is a marriage word. No. You can't be dating 2 months and use the word nag.
Yeah,
at all.
I don't
That's
think
not a
anybody's
thing.
gonna choose anybody that nags beforehand though. She nags a little bit, but I'm gonna marry her.
That's
anyway.
It's a different word right there. It's a different word.
Different
for that.
word for that.
And I've been gone too far along to even
Yeah.
put that word there.
But like-
that's it for me. Nick
but
is
like-
over here.
I think the word nag is over you. You want you? He wants to be the man of the hour.
I'm gonna wrap it up soon.
Yeah, wrap it up and go.
Is he really?
Yeah, I'm wrapping up soon. Yeah, come on, go ahead. So finish your thought, bro.
Go ahead.
You gotta
No,
get
just-
You gotta get comfortable.
I'm about to say talk.
Bitch, don't get too comfortable.
Right there.
Yeah, there you go.
Go ahead and talk.
All right, so I think the word nag is what?
You just got
said,
your
I
head.
said I'm
Yeah. Go ahead.
But no, I think the word nag is kind of like it's fading away as far as like situations.
Yeah.
So
It's because niggas is married less.
I ain't even in niggas that are married. It's like you know everybody knows I was once that, but
Yeah.
I don't think like most of the time I was being nagged. I don't think most niggas is being nagged.
Mm-hmm.
Like actually nagging is an issue that goes on in toxic relationships before marriage, and I don't think they make it that far.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
I just
And I'm listen. I'll say this right, because I'll say this in the terms of a weird agreement with Derek Jackson, right? Is that like I feel like I put a lot of blames on relationships failing right? On men. I do. I put a lot of the blame on men.
I agree.
Because and I'll say this because I believe this. As a man, you're supposed to be the leader of your relationship. I believe that personally.
I mean,
I believe that as a man, I'm supposed to lead the relationship, and that if something goes out of line, that's ultimately my fault. If you was acting out of character, it's because I allowed you or I did something to make you act out of character. If I was acting in character and if I was in my proper role and I was following the line that I had set for us, you be in alignment. That's how I feel personally. So I'll say that I will ultimately, well, women can cheat or do this or do that, right? That's like saying
But you're gonna say if a woman cheat, it's your fault.
I'll say this, right? Like, again, if you're the leader, right? And if you're the leader,
so assumed in the gender roles, though.
I'm big on gender roles. You know this, man. I'm very traditional.
I know, but like, this is 2021. Everybody in gender roles.
I believe in gender roles.
It's gonna be like,
I believe in gender roles.
There's gonna be a woman out here play your ass so good.
Nah, I won't get. I'm too old to get played now, man. I'm too
old.
old.
You lying to yourself.
Nah.
Where's the cat?
That's cap. Where cap at?
You can throw
There's a cap.
Y'all want to throw the cap on? You throw the cap.
Throw the cap. Throw the
Yeah,
cap.
look,
in there.
you can throw the cap on, but
Yes.
I'm too old. Look,
I'm not too old.
I'm not. I can't get played. I see women in a completely different light now. Me and Tasha had a whole conversation about it at my crib. I don't even really.
Do you think he's too old to get played? Exactly. That's all
Look, I'll say this. I'm not too old to get played. My mindset is in the fact that you can't really play me.
Well, then
That's
you're
still
saying that you're not in a vulnerable spot.
I'm saying, yeah, I'll say this.
Anytime that you open yourself to be vulnerable in a relationship, you're opening yourself up to be played.
But he doesn't.
No. I'm not saying about vulnerability. What I'm saying is this: is like, I guess I'll rephrase. Right, when I was younger, I got played. I've grown.
You can still get played.
No, but I've grown and I've experienced a lot to the point where I feel.
Are you saying that you leave before the playing happens, and that's how you avoid getting played?
He leaves before he finds out he got played.
I don't know if I get played. I don't think I get played, bro. I don't. But anyway, let's Tosh, you leaving? We'll wrap it up here.
I'm just trying to get one of them out here.
Okay, yeah. Anyway.
I don't think. I think people play people. Okay?
Yeah.
Straight up. I don't think
You still got the cap on.
there's no
We wrapping it up.
No, there's no like men do this more, women do this more. And if you want to go there, women play niggas more than ever, but y'all don't know. The niggas don't know that shit. They don't. And then but we're not going to even go deep into that. Like people get played. They do. Like so like when I'm
She said I was capping.
yeah, Nick was capping, so Nick was capping, so we gotta get a cap.
Yeah, Nick was capping.
So like my thing is, if I'm in a relationship with a woman,
okay.
2 rules.
Mm-hmm.
Don't bring me nothing. Don't embarrass me.
Let's bring you something.
Bring you something?
You can't give. She can't bring you Chipotle.
STDs, dog.
nigga.
Bring me. I was gonna. Yeah.
I already knew where my man was coming from. I was with you, bro. I already knew what he was talking about.
Even though we might practice
Don't
safe
bring me nothing.
sex, you know we might practice safe sex, but just in case, like, don't embarrass. The main thing is don't embarrass me.
Don't embarrass me is huge.
That's
Don't embarrass me
huge.
is huge for both parties.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's fair.
That's good. That's big for men and women. Women hate to be embarrassed too.
Absolutely.
Nobody likes to be made a
I
fool
am
of.
very capable of doing the same, but I
Man.
choose not to. If I want to invest my time into doing that, I don't want to go there.
Yeah. All right. It's 11:30, y'all. We gonna wrap it up here.
I'm not going to the club with you tonight.
Nigga, I was going to Thigh Stop anyway. I'm not going to the club after Thigh Stop.
Thigh
Stop ain't
Thigh
open.
Stop.
Yeah, it's open till 12.
We're going
Y'all
Thigh
trying to
Stop.
go to the Thighs?
We're going to Thigh
We
Stop.
are not going to thigh stop.
We're not going to Thigh
Open the
Stop.
thigh. I'm trying to get the Thighs. We go get the
You trying to
boys.
get some different thighs.
No,
No, I'm going to Thigh Stop and then I'm going to sleep. That's what I mean.
Yeah.
Listen, anyway, let's wrap it up. Final thoughts. Manny, Red Throne.
Man, I ain't really got much. Y'all did good tonight, honestly, bro. Like, you're in rare form.
Mm-hmm.
This is the most tame you've been. We got to bring women on here to keep you in check more.
I talked. Look.
Nah, you be wildin'.
Look, I'll talk differently. Look, I match energies. What Kevin said, I match energies.
We out here with the energy telling you you're doing too much. You
No,
just kept going.
y'all be giving me confrontational energy. They was giving me
Very
there's-
aggressive energy that comes from us.
Yeah. They were giving me good energy, and I was like, okay, I see your points. I'll listen. I'll learn. I'll consider.
Whatever I said, go to Amber.
Amber.
Yes.
Thank you for being here.
Of course.
Welcome to Lessons in Love.
I like it.
Thank you for being here. We love to have a female opinion on this
Oh, no,
podcast.
we have a lineup on Wednesday, right? You come
We on-
Wednesday?
Yeah.
Yeah, we got.
Let's
one
do it.
on
Let's
Wednesday.
do it.
She better be. We gonna fight.
No, I'll be here on Wednesday.
You'll end up like Deshaun Watson, Deshaun, whatever that nigga's name is.
Haskins.
Dwayne Haskins
Dwayne.
with a missing tooth.
Oh Lord.
Anyway, so all right, Amber, final thoughts. Wrap, close us out.
Nothing. I'm just looking forward to Wednesday.
All right, looking forward to Wednesday. Dev.
Fair. I'm out. We out this bitch. Listen, man.
right.
Yo, we were supposed to cook this junk for about 45, 50
minutes.
We just kept going. We were
Yo,
having good conversation.
It was solid shit.
It was good. Look, you having good
Hey,
conversation.
no, hey, before you cut us out though, we gonna do a Lessons in Love on Wednesday. Nick, you gotta pull up. We're gonna do
At what
this.
time?
We'll figure it out
7?
later. We'll talk,
Yeah.
we'll talk outside.
Okay.
But
The
Lessons in Love on
details.
Wednesday, we gonna talk about some real shit instead of just like being here freestyling.
Get some actual topics
Yeah.
on
Oh,
here.
I'll have plenty. All right.
Like,
Oh, shit.
yeah, so
As-
join us on Wednesday. That'll be the next time we deliver content.
All right.
I'm
Th-
easily-
all right. Shout out to Tasha and Ricky for being here, even though they outside. But anyway, as Ricky say, one.